Okay, so for this video, I decided to not really rank, but talk about my top picks for the icks that this relationship gave. So this is my Ezra, whatever their ship name is, that should be illegal. My top picks for disgustingness that they gave. Coming in at number 1 is going to be the wedding scene, because I am absolutely appalled about the fact that this relationship went on. They had an on and off relationship. First off, like, this was some normal teenager type on and off Selena Gomez / Justin Bieber type romance thing. They had an on and off relationship and then ended up getting married. Like, what? I'm appalled. Coming in at number 2 is going to be the bathroom scene. So this is when they first meet. Again, I cannot stress this enough. He knew who she was. Okay? Meaning he knew her age. He knew. He knew who she was. She didn't know him. He knew her. Okay? And they just decided that their first meeting in real time, in the same scene, they cut to them just making out in a bathroom. Like, what? Coming in at number 3 for me is going to be this, because she's still in high school. Now, I think by this time she's a senior in high school, meaning she's probably 17 or 18. But still, she's in high school. He is the known teacher that had been back and forth at Rosewood High School and stuff. And they're just over here dancing like this is just a regular date, regular day. What? No one said anything. They are out in the open. They didn't even try to hide it. And no one said anything. I already showed this picture. I don't even know what they're doing here. I think this is when he proposed to her and stuff. But the courage he had to propose. Oh, and then the fact that they tried to plan having a baby. Excuse me? And then the whole storyline about Aria can't have kids and stuff, so they were going to adopt and stuff. I was like, there's no way an agency would, first off, probably look at y'all's age difference and be like, yeah, that's the parent. Those are the parents that we want to make an adoption plan for. No. And the fact that it would, no. Anytime she was over his apartment, like, she actually had a key to get in the apartment. Anytime after season 1, anytime we saw Aria, she was either in school in the hallway with the girls, or in Ezra's apartment. Like, even with him there, it still wouldn't have been any better. But the fact that she had an actual key to his apartment and was just living it up there, and that was ridiculous. She could just come and go as she pleased. What? And the fact that her parents even knew. Her parents even caught her a few times at this apartment. No. This is my number 1. Yes, them getting married is disgusting, but this, I changed it. This is my number 1. The fact that as a 15, 16, 17, and 18-year-old, she was allowed at this apartment. Oh, and by the way, not only did her parents know that she was at this apartment, police knew that she was at this apartment and that she was underage. And then Cece, who was, spoiler alert, A, or Uber A, or whatever, also knew. So so people in power and stuff knew. And they didn't do anything to stop it. He has a shirt off and he's talking to her again with her at this apartment. But I wanted to say this specifically. First off, the fact that he's shirtless in front of her. And then second, the scene that always gives me the ick, even to this day, when he talks to her and he holds her hand and he goes, I don't see you as a little child. I don't see you as a little girl. I don't see you as a child. What? She is a teenager. She is a child. What do you mean, I don't see you like that? That's a problem. He was trying to make her feel like, oh no, I see you as a grown adult. No. Kids, to be honest, teenagers in general, as well as teenage girls, want to be more mature. They want to see mentally more mature. They want to be emotionally mature and stuff. But they are still children, and they're still growing, cognitively, developmental growth and stuff. Still, she's a child, and it's your job as an adult and as a teacher to stop it. And he didn't do it. He goes, I don't see you like that. That's a problem. That shows your character. That shows that you don't have any emotional maturity. So next, and certainly not least, because there's a lot more, is whenever basically he decided he wanted her as his girlfriend or whatever, and like what, the second episode or something. So if you guys don't know, this is like the episode where it's kind of like Allison's funeral. However, of course, she's still a missing person. They don't know where she's at and stuff. She's still disappeared, but they still want to hold a funeral in her honor. He decides to take this time to show up unannounced, and then while they're in this stairwell alone, talk about basically how he hasn't stopped being able to think about her. And then he grabbed her when she was about to walk away, pulled her back, and then kissed her. And then she walked away and walked downstairs. Like, the fact that no one knew about this, it was disgusting. I was like, ew. And mind you, this is the day or the week, technically, I guess it's the second episode, that he found out that he was going to be her teacher. So I don't know if he knew that he was going to be her teacher down the line. Looking back, of course, we knew that he knew her age, but I don't know if he knew that he was going to be her teacher. But still, at this point in time, when we were watching episode 2, we didn't know he knew her age. But in the storyline, he found out he was her teacher. Meaning, whether we know in season 6 or 7 that he did know her age all along, we didn't know it at this time, but he knew that that was his student. He should have stopped it, and he didn't. He encouraged it. Huh? Next is their first date out in the open. She complains about being at his apartment and stuff because, you know, she doesn't like the fact that she can't go out and have a normal relationship and go out to dinner and everything because it's illegal. And so he decides, let me take her to another town and spoil her. So he gets this limousine and takes her to this art gallery and stuff. And, you know, she wears this red dress. She's looking gorgeous. However, I had to remind myself, she's going on a date with a teacher that is way older than her. So, yeah, this gave me the ick. Because I was like, man, she really had other great options, might I remind you, and she pushed them all away for Ezra. And anytime she's on his bed, like, we're used to seeing her at the front door, on the couch and stuff, but I remember the specific transition where she started sitting on the bed, and it was after, again, she was 14 to 15 at this time, maybe even 16, but still in high school, a sophomore in high school and stuff. And it's after they tried to secretly slip in the scene that they, you know, and stuff. So they started moving her to scenes where she's sitting on his bed, laying on his bed, having phone calls on his bed and stuff. Like, they really upped this. I was like, that's absolutely terrifying and disgusting. I was like, they really wanted you to see that there's a difference and a growth in their relationship to where they're not even just sitting on the couch anymore. She is comfortable here. That and people know that she's there. It's disgusting. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. No, I'm not sorry at all. This is all disgusting. And the fact that it's not talked about is really scary. Oh, and I almost forgot. The fact that the show tried to gaslight us, making us think that this was not an accurate reaction to finding out that your teenage daughter and her teacher thought it was okay to not only have a relationship, but stand in front of you and confirm it and try to ask you to give you their blessing. And the fact the show made it seem like they were the problem. Like, that they were in the wrong. What? No.